Today, we will talk about the top 10 tips for a good night's sleep. It may seem like a simple thing to change, but there are plenty of factors that can impact the quality of your sleep or make it more difficult to drift off at night. Your lifestyle, habits, and relationships all come into play, so the journey to a good night's sleep actually starts from the moment you wake up. Here are 10 top tips for a better night's sleep. 1. Stay active during the day. Getting regular exercise, or at least making sure you keep moving throughout the day, will help you get off to sleep easier. Moderate to vigorous exercise, even for just 20 to 30 minutes a few times a week, can gently tire the body out. Promoting better sleep-won't exercise can reduce daytime sleepiness and may reduce the need for sleep medication. Insufficient sleep leads to lower exercise levels, creating a cycle that in turn affects our sleep. Being active also reduces stress and anxiety, which can make it easier to switch off and improve the overall quality and length of your sleep. The ideal time to exercise is earlier in the day, but if you prefer an evening run or workout, make sure you give yourself a few hours to cool down and unwind afterward. 2. Watch what you eat and drink, and don't smoke. Your body needs time to digest food before you go to sleep, so you should avoid having your evening meal just before going to bed. Estimates vary, but experts recommend making sure you don't have a meal 2 to 4 hours before bedtime. That doesn't mean to say you shouldn't eat anything. Going to bed hungry can also negatively impact your sleep, so a snack is fine. But when it comes to eating and drinking before bed, there are a few rules to try and remember. Avoid foods that are high in fat or very spicy. These take longer to digest and may also trigger heartburn. Avoid caffeine. Ideally, you shouldn't drink caffeinated drinks like coffee in the afternoon or evening, as it's a stimulant that can stay in your system for hours and disrupt your sleep. Avoid alcohol close to bedtime. While it might feel as though a glass of wine or a few beers helps you fall asleep quicker, alcohol is difficult for the body to process and break down, so it negatively affects the quality of your sleep. It can also make you dehydrated, leaving you feeling bad the next day. Milky drinks, certain nuts, some fruit juices, and light snacks are generally okay to help curb any hunger before bedtime. But try having a drink of water first, as you might just be thirsty. And finally, it goes without saying that you shouldn't smoke before bedtime. You shouldn't smoke at all. But on top of all the other health risks, did you know nicotine is another stimulant that can disrupt your sleep? 3. Make your bedroom a sleep-friendly environment. Create a calm sleeping environment by turning your bedroom into a haven. It needs to be dark, quiet, clean, comfortable, and cool for the best night's sleep. And it should also be a relaxing environment before and after you've slept. Try installing blackout curtains or wearing an eye mask to make things as dark as possible. Consider wearing earplugs for a silent night or listening to white noise to drown out anything that might go bump in the night. Keep it cool. The ideal temperature is thought to be around 18.3 C, but this varies from person to person. It's also different for children and adults, but doctors recommend keeping your room somewhere between 15.6 to 19.44. Make sure you have decent bedding. Is your mattress old? Is your pillow lumpy? We rely on these things every night, and they're essential for our well-being. So, if the answer to either of those questions is yes, some new bedding would be a very sound investment. 4. Relax and unwind before bed. You need to take time to let your brain and body wind down. You could stretch your muscles with yoga, calm your mind with simple breathing exercises, or escape into a book. Avoid too much conversation, both in person and, particularly, by phone or text. Some people find it soothing to use a few drops of aromatherapy oil, like lavender oil, on their pillow, or to have a quiet moment with a cup of chamomile tea. 5. Resist the weekend lie-ins. One of the best things you can do to get a good night's sleep and maintain your overall well-being is to keep a regular sleep schedule. That means you need to try and avoid naps and lie-ins in favor of going to bed and getting up at more or less the same time every day, including weekends. A Sunday morning lie-in might feel nice at the time, but it'll make it more difficult to get to sleep that night. When the week gets off to a bad start, it can really impact your mood and your productivity. and it's difficult to get back on track. 6. Develop a bedtime ritual. With these things in mind, try to develop a relaxing evening routine that prepares your body and mind for sleep. 7. Don't toss and turn. Get out of bed instead. If you've been in bed for about 20 minutes and find that you just can't fall asleep, don't lie there getting frustrated. Get up and do something else instead. Try something relaxing like reading or listening to music. Only go back to bed when you feel tired and calm. Similarly, if you find you're dozing off on the sofa too early in the evening, get up and do a few chores so that you save your snoozing for bedtime. 8. Monitor your sleep. If you're having problems getting to sleep or staying asleep, it can be difficult to pinpoint the reason. Keeping a sleep diary or wearing a device that tracks your sleep can help you monitor when you fall asleep and wake up, as well as how many times you wake up during the night. Make a note of your routine each night and how rested you feel in the morning. After a week, reflect on your notes and try to work out what helps you sleep and what makes it worse. 9. Jot down your troubles. Life can often be stressful. It takes time and effort to understand which coping methods work best for you. Try using a journal to note down things that are worrying you or any issues, thoughts, or responsibilities that are keeping you awake at night. By writing them down, you're effectively taking those worries out of your head and transferring them to a physical, tangible list. When written down, things seem more manageable and organized, ready to be tackled in the cold light of day. In turn, this then allows your brain to switch off. Check out our On How to Stop Worrying for a more in-depth look at managing your worries and not letting them take over your life. 10. Seek professional help. If your sleep problems persist, don't suffer in silence. And don't be tempted to self-medicate with over-the-counter sleep aids. These might treat the issue in the short term, but they're not going to get to the root of the issue. Speak to your GP for advice. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, for insomnia can be very effective at helping people who have problems with getting to sleep. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.